Welcome, dear listener, to episode 65. I'm James.
And I'm Noah, and this is
Last to the Party, the show where we talk about all the nerdy goodness. Hey, dear listener, real quick, I wanted to take a moment right at the top of the show here to just say thanks for listening. Without you guys tuning in week after week and sharing all the episodes, the show wouldn't be growing the way it is. And I wanted to say thanks so much. Hey, Noah, what do we have for him this week?
Dad, well, stuff, I think.
Yeah, stuff. So that's right. I have a special guest in the studio with me this week. As you guys may have noticed, life happens sometimes. Mike isn't here this week, but my oldest son, Noah, is. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Noah Perry, and I'm 10 years old, and my dad is the best.
It's all super obvious, for sure. So, Mike's out doing stuff. We couldn't make our schedules work, so we've got Noah here with us today, and we're going to talk about stuff that's going on, right?
Stuff, yeah.
Stoof, I think is how they say it in France. Stoof.
Stoof.
That's false.
Yeah.
I'm not good at foreign languages.
Well, me either.
Yeah. So, we've been watching a lot of Winter Olympics this week.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is the first Winter Olympics you remember, right? We as a family didn't really watch it that much 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Or at all.
Yeah.
But we're getting into it this year. We're liking it.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your general opinion? Is it something you'd like to watch more often?
Well, I mean, yeah, with sports, but I've had some bad combos with the Olympics for the past couple of days or weeks.
Bad combos. What do you mean?
Like bad timing. And so basically I''ve been trying to watch the snowboarding for a very long time, and our babysitter was watching the Olympics, and I've been trying to watch the Olympics for the snowboarding Olympics for a very, very long time. So after I go to sleep, I get up to get a drink of water, and our babysitter's just sitting there watching the snowboarding Olympics, and I just get very sad and very emotional because I've tried so hard and it's just there.
I feel that way about the Star Wars Rebels show. Every time I try to tune on, it's not there, or it doesn't work, or PlayStation subscription's expired, or it doesn't load right, or that sucks, man. We'll try to find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. We can hook you up. What have you seen anything on the commercials that you're like, oh man, I really don't want to watch that? Anything on the show that you're like, lame?
Well, I mean, probably the skiing. The skiing is just you just get to see them just go in zigzags. It's very interesting, to know what's going on, but at the same time, you're just what? What just happened? Why did they do this?
Yeah, to me, it's crazy to think about in other countries like Norway and Sweden and Austria, that's their sport. They don't play football or soccer. Their professional skiers are rock stars. That's their jam. Watching a dude in tight pants ski down a hill on some fiberglass toothpicks is their best thing ever.
And that sport where you ski and you shoot things on the grand opening or 2014 grand opening for the Winter Olympics, they show a lot of different sports, and the shooting with the skiing, I don't even know what's
biathlon. It's called biathlon. Yeah. I don't know. So you're talking about the one they cross country ski, so they're not going downhill. It's flat.
Yeah.
And then they have to ski, stop,
and
shoot.
Yeah, those small
right.
things. Yeah.
And if they miss, they have to go around again.
Yeah.
Or they have to add another lap, which is crazy to me.
And I'm just I tell Dad, I'm just what is this? I've never seen this before.
Right.
And with the cross country, Dad actually told me that what would you say the women's thing for the cross?
Oh yeah, the first time anyone has ever medaled ever happened in this Olympics, and it was a lady team. I forget what the event was called again because we're not super duper into it. So excuse us, dear listener. We're not experts on winter sports, and neither are you. Don't come at me with that in the comments. You're not an expert either. Unless you're Josh Patterson, and then we talk about curling or hockey, and then you're way more knowledgeable than I am. But yeah, so it's a pair and they cross country ski, and then they hand it off to their partner, and then they finish the race. And these two ladies not only medaled for the first time in 40 years, but they gold medaled,
Yeah, that's really
which
cool.
must be. What do you think that feels like?
I don't know. Like, she was like crying, so I bet like it feels like better than like amazing. Like you like going down in like history, like Rudolph for an example. Like, you just made history and cross skiing.
Yeah.
What cross country, like whatever it's called, but like it's still like really cool, like better than cool. Like I don't know.
I think you said it better for the first time, yeah, and it's better than awesome. I mean,
yeah.
she's going to be not only a part of U.S. history forever, but probably everybody else's, like world history. Everybody else, every other country, it's going to be like, you got beat by Americans. And they haven't beat anybody in 40 years, you know?
And like I feel bad for a lot of the U.S. teams because Dad did tell me that like some people are just like, yeah, you know what, you guys are in the sport, it's okay, try your best, and they took it to a whole new next level.
Well, that's, in all fairness, that's how I watch the Olympics, because I'm hyper competitive, and when the U.S. loses, I'm like, well, it's the Winter Olympics. Who cares?
And for the 2018 Winter Olympics, it looks a lot cooler, and then like it showed like clips of like
oh yeah, we saw that clip from like the 70s Olympics, and we were like, what?
I'm like, that looks terrible.
It's in a forest. Why are they in a forest? It's supposed to be the Olympics.
Stadium, please.
Yeah, everything changes, man.
Yeah,
like
really
they spend millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on Olympics, and back then they probably only spent like $2 million. What have you seen that has blown your mind?
Probably a little bit of skiing, like just how like faster. No, bobsledding.
Ooh,
yeah,
good one.
How fast, and also skeleton too, because how fast they're going. Like, I was in media in school, and my teacher like popped up some clips from the skeleton, and they actually described like it sounds like a jet, and that is the actual noise that they're making. I'm like, great animation, or no, not animation, but great like sound, like nice microphone on your cameras. But then like he was like, that is the actual sound that they make. I was like, really? Wow. That's really cool.
They go like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, like down.
With their chin 3 inches from the ice.
That's insane. And then of course this bobsleighing, they're like they have like a camera of like on the bobsleigh, or like on the driver's helmet.
Mm-hmm.
They went completely sideways. I don't like that kind of stuff at all.
You wouldn't ride in a bobsled?
I mean, I would, but I'd not go completely sideways.
Well, that's how you gotta do it.
That kind of freaks me out.
Why?
Because you never know if you can go what or
do something. They do.
Oh.
Yeah, you see teams all the time that tip all the way over. And they have to wait for someone to run down to where they are and flip them back over again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound exciting?
Well, not really.
I wanna ride. I don't want to drive. That's too much responsibility. But man, I'd love to ride in one all the way down. I think that'd be amazing. Hey, I want to luge. So luge is just like skeleton with feet first instead of face first.
Yeah, I've seen that one a lot, and I thought that was skeleton, but that kind of looks more dangerous than bobsleighing. Just imagine slipping off. That would kind of hurt.
Oh yeah, you're boned. You slip off, you're breaking everything.
Hey buddy, do you want your spine broken? Have this kind of sport, like no.
Yeah. I still want to try it. Is that dumb?
I mean, not dumb, but it kind of be cool.
A little crazy?
Yeah, crazy.
Well, anyone who knows me would probably agree with you that I'm a little crazy. So, have you watched curling?
Curling, no.
Where they throw the stone down and the two guys with the brooms. What do you think? What do you think curling? Because it's like my favorite.
When again these things pop up without it being on like the grand opening, and it's just like what, and it doesn't get into my mind. Like I keep on asking now. I was like, what is the point of the sport? Why is this on here? Do you just toss this like throw a stone down the ice and you're supposed to like nail it straight in the middle, or like how much points do you get, or what? And he's like, like whoever has the closest to the middle wins, or something like that. It's.
I think it's cool to hear
strange.
people yelling at one another in different languages.
Yeah.
Too. I think that's pretty rad.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Or like in German. Or we heard the South Koreans yelling the other night, and it was, even though they were like 5-foot ladies, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ever be yelled at in Korean. That sounds bad.
Are you arguing or what are you
talking
about?
They're probably just saying like harder, left, right, whatever. They give directions in curling, but it sounds like they want to burn my house down. It sounds terrible.
Like, give me matches, please. Oil again.
So this next question, dear listener, comes to us from Noah.
Yeah. Both of these do.
Well, yeah. So I let Noah write this episode,
Yeah.
right? What I say to you this morning?
You need to write five different things that you want to talk about on tonight's podcast.
Right.
Because, we, gotta record tonight. So, I'll list 5 things, and we've come down to 2 of them, the Winter Olympics and...
What it's like to have a nerd for a dad. What is it like to have a nerd for a dad?
It's...
First of all, scale of 1 to 5. 5 being 5 new puppies. 1 being kicked in the face by a crowbar.
Yeah.
What's your score?
Probably about a 4 because
A 4, okay.
Yeah, not that close to a 5.
I'll take it.
They not that close to a 5 because it's always nerdy goodness,
Sure.
And I'll give it a 4 because of that reason, and also because say you're watching Star Wars for an example, and my dad has been watching Star Wars since he was a little kid, so he knows a lot of the characters, and I'm like, who is this, Dad? And he answers with Darth Vader or something, or Yoda used to be.
What?
And Dad is well, Yoda can move stuff with his hands and kind of lift things like 11 from Stranger Things.
Right.
But describes it before I've watched it, which is amazing. So amazing show, by the way. Apparently, I cannot talk.
Yeah, you've been on a huge Stranger Things kick.
Yeah, I'm still right as we ended the season of season 2. Mom and Dad were well, I guess we just I was wondering when is the next season gonna come out? Season 3. And
2019 is when they announced it. Yeah,
what?
We have to wait a year.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think that's what I heard. I might be wrong.
I'm Googling that.
I'm Karen's in the room with us, dear listener. Say hi, Karen. No, she says no. She's sick. She doesn't want to play.
Yeah. And so when they said next Halloween, I kind of got disappointed, but no one is hearing now.
Yeah.
And I keep on watching, and all my brothers are just oh no, why do we have to watch this? I don't want to watch Stranger Things. I'm I just want to know what's going on into the next season, And again, it's still amazing, especially all the acting.
Who's your favorite character on Stranger Things too? Now listen, okay, so Uncle Mike is not caught up with Stranger Things, so you can't give out any spoilers, but you can just name characters' names, but you can't go into detail about what happens in season 2 because Uncle Mike is super lame and isn't fully caught up yet. So, who's your favorite
Noah
character?
Has watched season 2 twice.
Right. While Noah is on his 3rd viewing of the whole show and has started watching beyond Stranger Things. Okay, so who's your favorite character?
Mike.
Mikey. Okay.
And then, of course, Dustin, because he's the trash talker, which is awesome because
I think Dustin is everyone's favorite. I don't know if I've met anybody who likes Stranger Things who doesn't list Dustin, if not number 1, number 2. Yeah.
And then, of course, Hopper, because he's always wondering different things. And Mom and I was watching a couple of episodes again with season 2, and how. Actually, no. I'm gonna replace Hopper with 11 and then put Hopper as 4th.
That's what I would do.
And because 11 again is kind of like Yoda, but can literally close stuff that different dimensions. She can close different dimensions.
Right. So I watched a show called Because Science with the dude with the long hair on YouTube, and his name's Kyle Hill, and he has figured out that 11 is twice as powerful, if not 4 times as powerful as Yoda.
Oh my
Remember the scene where she flips the van in season 1?
Yeah.
Yoda can't even come close to that.
Oh my
Yoda has to like concentrate and like gather his strength, and then he can lift like a ship out of the water. And 11 can be on the back of a bike and just be like, and flip the van over their heads.
And like the one thing like I bother her, I'm very sensitive with blood, but like when she when her nose bleeds, I'm just like, what? Why is this happening? What? And that is insane. I cannot believe 11 is like more powerful, at least 4 times powerful than Yoda. That is insane. And that just rang a bell to me because in Clone Wars, literally Yoda had to concentrate to destroy all those Clankas, apparently, according to the clones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, pause. It's just a rumor that it might not come out until 2019.
I'm not pausing.
That's
So the current rumor is that...
Right. And that's only because production's not starting until April, so everybody is assuming it won't come out until 2018.
I hope it starts in April, finishes in July, edits, and releases for Halloween.
I mean, realistically speaking, Noah, how many episodes are in season 2?
Probably about 9.
9 episodes, so they'll probably get like an 11 to 13 episodes
Yeah.
release.
Ooh.
Because season 1 only had like 6 episodes,
Right.
didn't it?
How many episodes did season 1 have?
Probably the exact same amount of season 2.
No, I think it had a little bit less.
Yeah.
Probably 7. No, probably 8.
So we're all guessing. We have no idea. But we're hoping season 3 has just a few more episodes.
That's usually how new pilot shows start.
Yeah. Start small, get hugely successful, get a little bit bigger, get huge. Yeah. So that's the rumor. Thank you, Karen, for running the rumor patrol.
That's disappointing.
So you rated a 4.5 out of 5, having a nerd for a dad, and you like it because I can explain like everything.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like growing up, knowing about this stuff and being this way wasn't as cool as it is now. Like this is like a nerd golden age, because there's Spider-Man movies and superhero movies every week, and stuff to watch on TV, and like Star Wars Clone Wars, and Star Wars anthology films like Rogue One, and
you go to a nerd school.
And you go to a nerd school.
Yeah. And while we were sitting in the movie theater watching, what was it? The Last of the Jedi, I'm pretty sure.
Force Awakens, the newest one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not Force Awakens. Whichever one. It's the brand new Star Wars that
The Last
came
Jedi.
out. Yeah. So I was sitting in there and I had tons of different questions. Like, of course, Kylo Ren has 2 different ships. He has one to travel with and one to fight with, and I was like,
No spoilers.
slow down the music now.
Well, yeah. So yeah, he has a transport ship and he has a fighter.
Yeah, and I was like, Dad, did he get like a new ship or something? And he was like, I'll explain everything after the movie.
Yeah.
And so we were like sitting in the car like right like the day after winter break, and he just explaining everything. And he was like, any more questions? I think you answered all of it.
I don't like your impression of me, by the way. I don't talk like that.
Mom either.
Mom doesn't like your impression of me either?
Oh no, I'm
Or
saying,
Mom has an impression of me that I don't like either.
I
No one does a good James impression.
Hey guys, it's Last of the Party podcast.
That's not what I sound like.
I can reach that tone problem.
You have to do your radio over enunciation voice.
That's horse.
No, that's exactly what you sound like. You're like, it's episode
Hey, guys.
65, dear listeners. Yeah,
I'm
that's what you
James
sound
and I'm Mike, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about blah blah blah
All right, on that note, I'm cutting you both off. Guys,
like.
thanks so much for tuning in while my family incessantly mocks me. You guys can go to lasttheparty.com. You can head over to YouTube. Be sure if you guys do head over to YouTube that you like and subscribe to the channel. Instagram is last_2_the_party because I love underscores. You guys can go to the Facebook. But the number one way that you guys can help out the show is to share it. If you're feeling super saucy, you guys can head to patreon.com/the party and become a monthly patron, where these episodes launch as soon as they're off my MacBook. For Last of the Party, I've been James.
And I'm Noah.
We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.